My name's Nev. This video is going to follow directly from the last video where we zoomed in and positioned and chased our eagle off as it flew away from that tree. Okay, now we're going to add in a music track and a little bit of voice. Mix that. We'll probably throw away this original soundtrack because it's useless, and then we'll export our video. So I added a YouTube sort of copyright free video to my raw file. I need to import that now to Premiere, so I'll just go here, import. It knows where I fetched the other thing, so it's right there, and here we can see our Greenleaf track. Let's throw it down there. May as well have it start at the beginning. Look, it's not long enough, so let's put it on twice. It looks like it's going to fade out maybe when we don't want it, so I might just overlap it, and if it's a time when I'm talking, nobody's going to know the difference. Okay. All right, so I'll make sure I'm talking during that bit. This soundtrack here, we can have a listen. Well, actually you can't hear, so I'm going to just delete the soundtrack. Delete, oops, Control Z. I didn't want to do that. Maybe I can delete the soundtrack here. It doesn't really matter. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to do Plan B. Whoops, that didn't work either. Let's try Plan C. Okay, there's the volume bar. Just put that down to 0, and that's not going to bother us anymore. Okay, so it can sit there out of the way, and we won't hear a thing. All right, this audio track here has got the volume bar there, and I'm going to put in various keyframes. So I need to come down here and I need to say I'm going to put in the keyframes, and they're going to be for volume. Okay, so we can have a keyframe at the very beginning, and then we'll go out for a while. What about I'll do the audio track first, and then I will fade the music track out for the audio track. So I'll do the audio track down here. So let's I'll start it about there, let's say. Okay, so whoa, hang on, I've got the sound coming through my headphones, so I can't record. I'm going to have to go and turn my speaker off. Okay, otherwise I can't hear myself think. All right, try that once more. It looks like the audio track's got to start from the beginning, so I'll see. So this is recording the audio track now, and we zoomed in on the eagle on the still shot. Again, we went a few minutes, I think 10 seconds on the first video before we started zooming. You can see the keyframes up here. The people watching this video won't be able to see that. Then the eagle, he's just caught a fish. He's just finished eating his fish. He's digesting, having a little bit of a cleanup, and in a minute, in the next clip, he's going to fly away. So the object of this video is to try and chase him in that zoomed in state, and we can compare the video with the other, which is not touched, it's raw footage. Okay, so there is a download file, and there is also some audio, a Word document with step-by-step instructions to allow this to you to work on this. Okay, so I'll just stop that audio now. Right. Okay, so there's the audio. Maybe I'll slide it along a little bit. There. Okay, let's come back now. I've got to turn my speaker off to hear what I'm doing. You probably won't be able to hear what's going on. I'll speak about half volume. Okay, but I'll bring this down here. The volume of the audio of my commentary track is just going to remain the same all the time, but I want the background music to fade out beforehand. I might zoom in a little bit on the start there. I've got a keyframe to start here. Let's move forward until just before the commentary is going to start. Add another keyframe. Let's move it in further to about there, and we're going to drop another keyframe, and now I'm going to drop this volume right down. That'll be 0. I might have it very quietly in the background, up 1 or 2 there. Okay, now I'm going to zoom along to the end of the audio, the end of the speaking, just about there. Bring that back. Add a keyframe, take it to a little bit past the end, add a keyframe, and bring that audio back up again there. Alright, we'll let that run through to the end. It looks like it's got a natural fade out at the same time as the film has got a fade out, so that's okay. So that's audio editing in a nutshell. It's easy as that. You can put in dozens of tracks. Okay, now we need to export this thing. So we're going to go File, Export, Media, and I need to, the default will probably be on something else, but you need to find H.264 if you want an MP4 output. Now I'm going to do mine at the same bit rate, but you can, particularly if you're working for web, you can save the, now you've got this all set up, you can save it several times in different resolutions. 480, 720, 1080, and then 4K if you want to. Okay, so I'm just going to set this off. Oh, the next setting that I always forget is you've got to figure out where you want this. Now that's got to go in my Eagle file here, and this is going to be our final edit. I better put that it's the Eagle first. Right, final edit. Okay, save. So it's going to the right place. You can muck around with these things if you wish. I'm not going to today. And let's queue. Exporting data. And let's see what happens. Last time, yes, here we go. The video media encoder is going to come up. So here's the media encoder, and we just have to say go, start the queue, and away it goes. It'll take a little while, so I'll stop this now, but when it's finished, I will